Welcome to Creator's Edge Studio, and we got something special for you. We're talking about Superman versus Doctor Doom, the movie event. Now, the point is that it's not happening yet, but we're screenwriters. And so what we do is we grab a premise, and I propose this premise to you, John, about Superman versus Doctor Doom, and then you ran with it. Because who's going to play Doctor Doom? Robert Downey Jr. Now, the powerful thing we have here to make this an event is that we know what the cast is. We know that David Corenswet is the new Superman. We know that Robert Downey Jr. is the new Doctor Doom. So right there, we can write to the actors. And I notice in all our screenwriting, you cast all the time when we write a screenplay. And you've dragged me with your premises, just about a new premise every week. You drag me into different things like writing a detective story with supernatural elements or writing a Western with supernatural elements. So why don't you share with us the log line of what this great film could be?
Yeah, when Doom's quest to save his war-torn homeland leads him to steal a powerful piece of Kryptonian technology from Fortress of Solitude.
Superman must team up with his arch nemesis, Lex Luthor, to travel across dimensions and reclaim the stolen tech before Doom's plan unravels reality itself. Further news at 11. No, anyway,
Yeah,
the last few words, unravel reality itself.
yeah. It's the classic comic book trope of the question, who would win?
Hmm.
And it was always a great way to sell comics.
Hmm.
So it would make sense that at some point in the future, if Marvel and DC decide they like money, it's going to happen. There's
Right.
going to be a Marvel versus DC event at some
Yes.
point.
My point is that when you cast it, then you can write for the actors, and then it also just inspires us with that dialogue. And that's where I walk in. And I know that other
Yeah.
people walk in with a theme, but I walk in with dialogue. And tell us about a couple of the themes that could be in this film.
Well, I think the themes, they could be as much as redemption and sacrifice,
Ah,
the moral complexities of power and tech,
ah,
and the fragile alliances between hero and villain, as well
certainly.
as the thin line between hero and villain.
Well, when we create a good film that lasts, and I have 4 Gs, I like to say that a great film has good story, great characters, give the audience a great experience, and finally, great art that lasts. When you really try to craft a screenplay like that, which ultimately is our springboard to a great film, when you're doing that, you're looking at a character arc. Who's going to have a character arc? Superman will have the character arc, not Doctor Doom. And so, not Lex Luthor. So the idea is that what could be a character arc? And as we talked about this, I really kind of got the idea that, this is something that is relevant because, as you said, people tend to act without all the facts. People tend to judge too quickly. What if Superman is judging too quickly about Doctor Doom?
The part that's really fun to me
Hmm.
is you would get to see Superman go all out with his powers
Ah, excellent.
because they go into Latveria, they try to get in the castle,
Hmm.
which is, of course, also guarded by incredible technology, including the Doombots,
Ah,
which, act and look like Doctor Doom and
ah,
have almost all his powers. And so you'd get to see Superman, fighting dozens of robots, using his laser vision,
hmm,
his cold breath, his
right.
super strength, smashing things together, just doing all this stuff. And then they get inside the castle, they confront Doom,
Hmm.
and Doom wins.
Excellent. Good point. Yeah, sure. It's a
Because Superman's
reversal.
not prep. Well, Superman's not prepped for it.
Right, right.
And Doom wins, and Lex Luthor watches.
Hmm.
And, he's really happy to see his longtime enemy suffer defeat
Right.
and be imprisoned.
Gotcha.
And Lex agrees to work with Dr. Doom. And then Lex tries to steal some technology from Doom.
Ah,
And he gets caught and he becomes Lex's slave scientist.
ah,
Now, at this point, Lex Luthor's unhappy.
right.
So, so now Lex breaks Superman out of prison
Gotcha.
and gives him stuff that he's learned to help him defeat Doctor Doom.
Got it. Excellent.
And-
This is terrific. I mean, so this uneasy alliance, you wonder what potentially could happen in the next film or something like that. What remnants of that might stay or not stay. Unlikely to stay, but the point is, it just makes things intriguing. And what could happen? And that, of course, can continue the buzz onto the next film. Whether it's the next film or whatever is your next project, you got to stay strong. You're a creator, and we here at Creators Ed Studio want to support you. By the way, I support creators to stay strong and protect themselves with courses. This is one of my courses, How You Can Heal When Life's Too Much. So click on the link below and check out my course. I also have other courses, and I'm glad to support you so you stay a productive, strong creator. Now, I'm curious. At this point, let's talk about the Robert Downey Jr. casting. How did you feel about that?
Well, I had mixed feelings. My first
Okay.
reaction was, "Oh no, that's terrible."
Oh, really? Oh,
And
okay.
not that I don't love Robert Downey Jr. He's a fantastic actor,
Oh, yeah.
very just likable, lovable person seemingly. But I wanted Doctor Doom to be his own character because he's such a big character in the comics and such a powerful character,
Mm-hmm.
so much history with him.
Right.
Like there was a series called The Secret Wars, and there
Mm-hmm.
was this all-powerful character called the Beyonder,
Okay.
who got all the heroes and villains to fight each other for his own entertainment
Oh, wow.
until Doctor Doom was able to steal the Beyonder's powers
Ah, okay.
and
Oh,
defeat him.
John, I know you're enthusiastic about the original story of Doctor Doom. It's true that Marvel might have Robert Downey Jr. play a variant of Tony Stark. Or maybe he'll just do a voiceover as Doctor Doom and not take off the mask. We have a lot to look forward to in the next films. So remember, here at Creators Ed Studio, we don't just talk entertainment, we create it.